There was a time I thought confidence was something you either had or didn't have, like dimples, long eyelashes, the ability to whistle, or even a functioning relationship with Google Drive. Confidence felt like glitter, and some people seemed to sparkle with it, and I thought that I wasn't one of them. So naturally, when I gave my CC1 speech, I was nothing but a mess of nerves. I stood up there, not looking at a single person in the audience, and gave my speech, trying to hide my shaking hands and trembling voice. I spoke my lines, reached the end, and left the stage faster than the audience could even grasp that my speech was over. But afterwards, I received comments. You were great. You seemed so confident. And I thought, were we in the same room? Toastmaster of the day and fellow Gambians. It was at that moment I realized that confidence doesn't have to live inside you. Sometimes it shows up just long enough to trick everyone else into thinking that you've got it. On just my second day of university, I had to stand up and speak in front of my batch of 300, strangers. I was so focused on whether I was holding the mic properly that I spoke perfectly, and everyone misinterpreted my crazy fear as confidence. And from that moment on, I could never claim to be anything else. But truth be told, I am a very nervous person. Whenever I had to do public speaking, I used to panic. My heart raced, my hands shook, the fear, the nervousness swallowed me from the inside out. But over time, I figured out that if I spoke slowly, calmly, and clearly, that people would think I was confident. And suddenly, almost overnight, that was who I became. Me, the person who hyperventilates at the thought of speaking out loud in front of strangers, became the embodiment of calm, of clarity. I felt like a con artist whenever people thought I was confident. But the beauty of it is because people thought I was confident, they treated me differently. They listened to me. They took me seriously, gave me opportunities, and I grew into the person they saw. I study law, so confidence is what lets me stand up, argue, and defend my case, even if it's something as dumb as why Google Docs is in fact better than Microsoft Word. I'm also the youngest child, so confidence is what turns me from the ignored youngest brat to the youngest child who has to be there for every family decision. Think about it. History itself bows to the confident. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't change the world because he had a quiet wish for equality. He had a thunderous dream. Nelson Mandela didn't inspire millions by silently hoping for freedom. No, he stood up and spoke out. The opportunities you want, the relationships you dream of, the success you chase are all right there waiting. Not waiting for the richest, the smartest, or even the most deserving. They're waiting for the one who dares to claim them. So, like I said earlier, confidence is like glitter on chaos. It may not fix the problem, but it will sure make your mess sparkle. It's not reserved for the extroverts or the superheroes or those kids who finish their assignments 10 days before the deadline. It belongs to anyone who raises their hand and says, "Why not me?" It's not some gold dust you're born with. It's glitter you choose to throw on yourself. Because once you do, no matter how shaky, no matter how unsure, the world can't help but watch you shine. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.